Good afternoon, my name is Jonathan Bethany. It is Sunday, April 20th, 2025, and this is week 3 assignment for Intro to Ammunition and Basic Ballistics, FTT 122. For part 1, I always thought the difference between explosives and propellants, explosives go boom. C4, dynamite, bombs, stuff you see on movies, but propellants, something that pushes something along, or propelling, a rocket propelling a spaceship into space. But that's definitely not the case because, according to our book, textbook on page 115, there are explosives in propellants, and with some additives in there to slow that reaction and how that process works. But a couple examples, like black powder, gunpowder, burns at the same rate, whether it's contained or not, in a pile or packed into a rifle or a revolver, or handgun. But our smokeless powder that we use today is different. If it's in a pile, it burns a little bit slower, but if it's in a shell casing and compacted in there, that pressure builds and the reaction is a lot different than that being in a pile. For part 2, I think the industry could find a way to move away from what we're using today. There's an article by Science Direct that says that the DoD and DARPA have been looking into and been using 3D printers for propellants and binders. So I found that pretty interesting. Using technology as we advance is very smart. There's a few students at University of Iowa, that put out an article as well last year, I believe, and they were working with, excuse me, pressure-assisted binder and jet additive manufacturing for solid propellants. So the article is pretty much about like controlling thrust and things for like jet propulsion, but I think the science in that could definitely come down into a different fuel source for projectiles and fuels for handguns, rifles, and the firearms industry. I'll be putting those URLs up here in a minute, but get into part 3 real quick. My stuff I got here, my drawings. So we've got here. So your first and primarily used here in the United States is the Boxer primer. You have your outer cut, your primer compound, foil to keep any loose priming compound out away from the anvil. This is all in this primer pocket here, and then you have your anvil as well. One great awesome thing here, and this can be found in our textbook, page 136, but these are a little more expensive, but awesome because it's easily taken out of the firearm and replaced, so it can be reloaded multiple times. And we deal with just the one flash hole. So as you can see, just one flash hole there. There's a 30-30 round. You can see it's what they use here, a Boxer. The next one is the Berdan. Kind of the same, kind of looks the same, but these are mostly used in Europe and Asia. A little less expensive, but there are 2 flash holes. So, but you have your cut, primer compound, foil paper again here, and your anvil as well. It can still be reloaded, but the issue that they've had with these is dealing with that the two flash hole arrangement there. Our last is battery cup. Battery cup has an outer cup here with your single flash hole, anvil, foil priming compound again, and then an inner cup. These are mostly used in like shotguns and muzzle loaders. And they all pretty much have the same diameter or dimensions. It's called the 209. You can find that on page 137 in our textbook. But they're 0.209 inches. And then here is there are bibliography, so textbooks for propellants. And then the Science Direct, this is the first article for the DOJ using 3D printers. And then this Science Direct article take you to the information. It's hard to find some of the information, especially on the military stuff, but they had a good one here. This one takes you to the University of Iowa paper, where you can find their article.